Welcome back to the Delaware Way. The basketball season's about to start off, and that means the Delaware 87ers will be back in action. Larry Meli is the president of the Delaware 87ers. First of all, congratulations on the job.
Thank you. Thank you.
What do we have to expect this year?
Well, we just completed our third season, so another successful year, drawing really good crowds. At the end of the year, we were averaging close to 3,000 people a game, so that's a credit to obviously the support that we're feeling from Delaware. And this year we're about to kick off our fourth year. We open November 12th, Saturday night, and I'm really excited about where we're going.
Yeah, I got to go to a game last year and had a blast. And one of the reasons it's so much fun that you should know is that it's a great family experience.
Right.
You bring the kids, right, and you have all of these other activities for kids going on right next to the court, right, as the game's going on.
Right. I don't know how these guys play with all those distractions going on, but so aside from just the product, the basketball,
right, which is
like
wonderful,
elite talent, yeah, playing, we have a full length of the court kids zone with inflatables, face painters, our mascot, all these cool things that all included in the price of admission. So when you come out to a game, we're not nickel and diming you. You're coming out, and our setting is so different because we can create that memory for a child or a family that's coming out, and it doesn't break the bank either. So
it seems to me it's almost like when you go to a minor league baseball game. They do a great job of marketing. Right. They really come after you. They want to make sure your family's entertained the entire time.
Absolutely.
And it seems like it's the same thing with the 87ers.
Definitely, and what we've noticed, some of these kids, this is their first experience with professional sports. So for us to be able to go, we all remember our first game. So I think when we can create that memory for them, they can come in, and maybe they can't sit through an entire game watching it, but the kids can go over there and play and be distracted and have some fun. That's what we try to do.
And I was looking at the roster, and I'm looking at the names when I went to the game I went to, and I went, oh, I know him. He used to play in the NBA. He was in the NBA. He was just in a team last week,
right,
and now he's back. So it's what you were seeing a lot is people trying to get back into the NBA and the future of the NBA.
Absolutely. Look, last year we had Baron Davis, who was an NBA All-Star, who ended up deciding, hey, I didn't want to, he went out with an injury, didn't want to go out that way, so now he's making a comeback. Jordan McRae, another guy that was on our team for 2 years, who ended up winning an NBA championship with the Cleveland Cavaliers because he got called up in the middle of the season.
The only problem, I guess, and it's a good problem to have, you don't know who you're going to have on the team.
Right.
You have to see who's going to make an NBA squad before you know what your roster is going to be like.
Correct.
But you have this affiliation with the Philadelphia 76ers,
right,
and they seem to have more contracts than they have spots on a roster, and they have all of these young players. So it's potentially an exciting year for you.
Absolutely. We're excited for the big club, and I think there's going to be some great things ahead for them. But as a result, some of that talent who may not have a chance to play every night will come to Delaware and play for us.
You may not know all the names, but you look and you see University of Kentucky.
Right.
You know, you see LSU. You keep going down. You see Duke. These are players that were elite in college who are now trying their hardest. This isn't. It's not a game that's not competitive.
Right.
Trying their hardest to impress you, who's there, right, but also the big clubs.
Right, and I think that's the beauty of the D-League. It's that pursuit of a dream. And you may not make it on the first shot into the NBA, but here's a league that allows you to develop and hone your skills, and maybe you can get that opportunity to make it.
When I went to your game, I went to a 76ers game 2 weeks later, and two of the players that I had just seen in the D-League were on the team, and playing a lot, by the way. And so I think many times the 76ers don't want these kids sitting on the bench. They want them playing. They want them in competition, so they may not be quite good enough to be a starter, but they don't want them on the bench. They want them playing every night.
And that's the cool thing about being so close to the Philadelphia market is that they can come down here, develop, hone their skills, and then go back up to a Sixers game even that night and play.
Some people that can't afford to go to an NBA game because the prices have gotten outrageous, they can certainly afford to. So let's get some details on when the season starts, where you play, how much it costs, all
Definitely.
that.
So we play at the University of Delaware, Bob Carpenter Center. We open November 12th, Saturday. Tickets as low as $10. We go on sale November 1st, so you can go to sevens.com or call our sales office at 302-504-7587.
Now, how does it work? Does the NBA support you? Do they
So in the early years, yeah, we lean on the Sixers. I mean, we are expected to bring in money and revenues and operate independently. but you know, mom and dad are there when there's times that we need them. So
because you're actually you provide a benefit to the NBA.
Correct.
It's not like you exist separate in a separate world from them.
Correct. Right. So it's a chance for us to get the product, extend the fan base even more. So there's definitely a critical part to the NBA.
I will tell you, not only is it a fun experience, that my kids love it, but it really is fun if you pride yourself on being an NBA fan or pride yourself on being a 76ers fan. It is fun to see these players and be able to tell people, oh no, I saw him play 2 weeks ago in the D League.
Like the stars of tomorrow. And if you're a basketball enthusiast like you can literally sit courtside and get a real feel for these very amazing athletes that could be playing on the pro court tomorrow.
No, it's a great time.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you,
Good luck
Larry.
this season. I appreciate it. Larry Meli, who is the president of the Delaware 87ers. When we come back, the Delaware Way continues.